Hey guys, it's the Mad Stacker here with another LEGO set review. It is summer. I don't care what the date is, it's summer and it is hot. But summer also means new sets. This is Ultra Agent 70162, the Infearno Interception. This is pretty much the one Ultra Agent set I was really excited for. It's really cool. I'm really glad I got it. I got this today at Toys R Us, so this review is guaranteed fresh. I got it at MSRP $29.99. Don't blame me because I didn't get it on sale. I wanted it real bad. Toys R Us did seem to have a whole bunch of the new sets out. It had the new Ninjago sets, Battle for Ninjago City. It had the new Creator Bike Shop and Cafe, all kinds of new stuff. And I saw one shelf that just had all the Ultra Agent stuff, so I decided to treat myself, because if you don't treat yourself, who else can you treat? This is Infearno Interception Ultra Agents, released probably 2 days ago. 313 pieces, retails for $29.99. And let's just get right into it. For starters, here is the main part of the Infearno Interception. This is the Ultra Agents vehicle. Now, if you look at this and you don't think that this came directly out of TRON, then you have clearly never seen TRON. This is the main part of the build. It's this crazy Ultra Agents car thing vehicle. It's really neat. It looks really cool. It's a little bulkier than I expected from seeing it on the box, but it's definitely really neat. It has a whole bunch of crazy features. I think it's very interesting here on the front. These are not, these are the front wheels, but they're not actually wheels. They're just discs with the dishes on top, the trans blue. Ultra Agents appears to be all about trans light blue and trans orange, and I have no problem with that. Among the other features, it turns into a hovering vehicle by you just tilting these. And then I think it's strange that the front tires tilt up and the back tires tilt down to turn it into this kind of hovering assault vehicle. I kind of wish that when the tires tilted, they tilted so that they were 100% parallel to the ground. As it is, that they look kind of slanted. I mean, it still looks cool, and I'm not complaining about it because it's a really awesome set. But regardless, I like symmetry, and this is kind of not in that way. But I do still really like it. It rolls fairly well, actually. When placed on a flat surface. I don't really have a flat surface here to show you, but of course. Another very interesting feature is. Now, I don't have the minifig in there right now. I took him out so that I could show him to you, and because I put him in a picture on Instagram that you may or may not have seen. But the platform in there that he sits on is a little 4x4 dish, and you can see the neat little control panel in there. And this little knob on the back here leads into a mechanism. Let me see if I can do this without shattering the whole thing. You couldn't really see it, but this pops out. It's got a little Technic assembly in there that you can see just kind of goes up and down, which is neat because it's got an ejector seat. Now, I would assume maybe, if it was flat on the ground or on your table or something, that would probably come out a little bit easier. It's weird because the disc, clutches in there pretty well, so it's literally, you're making this shove it off of the studs. But it still works pretty well, and it looks pretty cool. This is also, thankfully, the first set that I've built in quite a long time to come with no flick missiles. And I have no problem with that. But it does come with these nice new trans orange spring-loaded missiles. Kind of like a classic toy action figure sort of missile where you just kind of press down on it and boo! Now, I would press down on it and show you how it fires, but I almost lost one of the missiles already, so I'm not going to risk losing another one. Needless to say, they go much farther than flick fires. They're much more effective at being missile-like than a flick fire missile, so I really hope that these missiles are here to stay. I hope they produce them in more colors. I hope they use them exclusively instead of flick fires, because flick fires are terrible and nobody can convince me otherwise. It does have this neat little spoiler on the back, which I believe also gets used as a shield in some sets. Maybe that's a different piece altogether. I'm not sure. But that is the Infearno Interception, the Ultra Agents vehicle. I found it very interesting. It seems all of the villains in Ultra Agents have, sort of environmental disaster kind of a theme. But and so all the villains have, you know, ridiculous names like Infearno, who I'll show you in a minute. But none of the Ultra Agents seem to have names. There's like 5 or 6 different Ultra Agents. None of them have names printed on the box. It's always Ultra Agents versus whoever. In this case, it was the Ultra Agents versus Infearno. And he is, no lie, probably a little more than half the reason I got this set. Infearno is awesome. He's got all kinds of nonsense on him. Give you a little closer up view of him. You can see the printing on the legs. I'm not going to take the armor off and show you everything, but needless to say, he has printing on the front and the back. One of my favorite things about him is this little trans reddish orange. I guess it's orange. It's kind of hard to tell in this light. And it's like a helmet. It just pops right on top of his head. And I hope we see that, or pieces like that, a lot more in the future. I would love to see a Human Torch figure that has that. I would love to see a Fantastic Four set. Lego, if you're watching, just hear me out here. His armor is really cool too. It's a red version of the armor from the Alien Avenger. And I've never seen this used to this kind of degree. It has, on the back, it's got these little kind of pyro canisters, which are supposedly, you know, that's what the Ultra Agent is looking for, are these little pyro canisters. I figured they were just kind of fuel for all of his fire nonsense. But on the little pegs down there, which I've never understood why they were on that armor, but now I do, because they form his little bending, you know, movable flamethrowers. And to top it all off, he comes on a dark red hovering fire surfboard with the red loud hailers. It's got more trans orange on there and this big fire piece at the back. I love this guy. Infearno is awesome. He's probably, other than maybe Tremor, that comes with the Tremor Track Assault. I don't know what it's called, but that's like one of the other sets I'm going to get. I'm sure I'll review it in the future. Other than Tremor, this guy is definitely my favorite of all of the Ultra Agents villains. He's really cool. He comes with a whole bunch of dynamite because he likes to set fire to things and blow things up, and he's really fun. The other minifigure, the nameless Ultra Agent, is this guy. He looks a little older, which I think is cool. The gray hair, he's got a gray mustache. I wish I could zoom in a little bit better and show you more of the details on his face. He has a bunch of scars. It looks like he's really kind of been messed up a little bit. But he's really cool. I wasn't quite sold on him when I saw it, and then I'm like, okay, no, he's just like the badass older guy who, you know, maybe he leads the Ultra Agents or something, but he does have an alternate kind of a smirking face on the back there. And I do think it's interesting that he appears to have a sort of robot leg. Now, it's not quite Rodney Rathbone level of robot leg. It looks a little bit more advanced, but I think all or most of the Ultra Agents seem to have some kind of cybernetic enhancement. So in his case, maybe he's a little bit older and he's got a robot leg. Now, it seems like the big weapon to come with all the Ultra Agent sets is this gun, which you've seen before if you have Bad Cop's Pursuit. This is the Bad Cop gun that shoots the little tracking device that attaches to Emmett's leg. It's just a little gun with an extra piece in there that fires a stud off the front of it. And although, I mean, I don't necessarily think it's, you know, it's necessary to have a gun that actually shoots things. I almost wish they just had like a standard blaster or maybe a little more, you know, like a brick-built kind of a weapon. But if that's what I have to settle for, I'm okay with it because these look pretty cool. And they actually work. Again, unlike flick fires, if I press this, it will actually shoot the stud off and get lost somewhere in the depths of my room. But, needless to say, I think this guy is pretty cool. I do like the look of the Ultra Agents with their suits and their shininess. And that's it for him. Now, awesome extras. I told you he came with an extra missile, and you saw what the missiles look like. I don't need to show them to you. There wasn't anything else particularly awesome as an extra. It did come with plenty of extra studs in the new Ultra Agents colors, enough to let me show you another variation of You Can Stack It. Now, you can stack this, especially if you've seen some of my other You Can Stack It's. I know I haven't done one in a while. This is one that I did before, so I'm kind of cheating and doing it again. But as soon as I saw the pieces it came with, I was like, well, I have something sitting over here that I could edit to make it more Ultra Agency. So here it is. This is my robot dog. And I replaced all of his studs and connections so that he is fully in the Ultra Agent's colors. He's got all the trans orange and the trans blue faceplate. Now, this is, sadly, I wish I could claim that I invented this myself. This is actually a variation of an old Space Police poly that came with this little dog and a little Space Police guy. Now, the original dog... Ooh, excuse me. I just finished eating dinner, and it was a lot of pizza, so I'm a little gassy. But the original dog was white. All the parts were white. The legs, the torso pieces, everything. Everything that's black on this one, essentially, was white on the original one. And it was red and blue because it's police colors. Now, these, you may have some extra of these pieces. These are Exo-Force arms. The arms that came on the old Exo-Force robots. There are 4 of them. I have them in black. Again, they're available in a multitude of colors. You could probably make a whole army of these dogs if you wanted to in a bunch of different colors. But all the rest of him is mostly, he's got a 1x1 with a clip on the top for his ears. A little cheese slope on the front. I prefer the trans colors for these. If you're building your own, you can use any color you like. I don't care, but let me know in the comments. And he's got the trans orange studs to connect everything together. That is a little 1x3 Technic piece. The original one had a flick fire. I hate flick fires, as I told you before, so I replaced it with an old chrome harpoon, which I think is pretty cool. I also put it out to the side. It originally, in the original design, let me try to rotate it and make it look like it was originally. The original design kind of has it up like here, but then it looks like it's just going to shoot the poor doggy in the back of the head. And nobody wants that, so I put it to the side. Figured maybe that would help him aim a little bit better. So there he is like that. And they're just their battle droid torsos are his front and back body parts. I don't know how many people have extras of those lying around, but if you feel like cannibalizing an old battle droid or something of that sort, you can make one of these. You can stack it. I am sure you can. It's not that many pieces. It's really cool. I love this thing. It's a great little piece in my collection. And now he can help out the Ultra Agents on their missions. Let me know if you do stack it. Tell me in the comments. Post a picture of it on Instagram or something and tag me. I'd love to see when other people stack things that I've stacked previously, because I'm the mad stacker and that's what I do. So that's it for You Can Stack It. You could build a Ultra Agents robot dog too if you want. And tell me about it, because I'd love to hear about it. That is it for this edition of the Mad Stackers Lego review. It was Ultra Agents Infearno Interception. I'm excited. I'm probably going to play some Brick Wars tonight and use this to great effect. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you turn in for the next one, and have a good one. Stay cool.